Crown Jewel 2025 will be remembered as one of the most electrifying nights in WWE history. Fans around the world were glued to their screens as Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins faced off in a high-stakes battle that had been brewing for months. The tension in the arena was palpable, every cheer and chant amplifying the sense of anticipation. What no one expected, however, was the dramatic twist that would redefine alliances and shift the course of the championship. This was a night where history was made, rivalries intensified, and legends were cemented in ways only WWE could orchestrate. The build-up to the match. Heading into Crown Jewel, the tension between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins had reached a boiling point. Their rivalry is one of the most storied feuds of the modern era, rooted not just in competition, but in philosophy. Rollins, the cunning and flamboyant architect of chaos, has always prided himself on innovation and unpredictability. Cody, on the other hand, is the embodiment of tradition, carrying the Rhodes family legacy while forging his own destiny. The stakes of this match went beyond bragging rights. Both men knew that victory in Saudi Arabia meant securing leverage in the WWE's shifting power structure, especially with whispers of Roman Reigns' eventual return hanging in the air. For Rollins, the match was about proving that he is the rightful cornerstone of WWE. For Cody, it was about demonstrating that he belongs at the very top, standing tall among legends. The match begins from the opening bell. The intensity was undeniable. Rollins wasted no time taunting Cody, mocking his "finish the story" mantra while trying to get inside his opponent's head. Cody, however, responded with a fiery offense, taking Rollins down with a flurry of strikes, drop kicks, and a perfectly executed springboard disaster kick that sent the crowd into a frenzy. The pace was relentless. Rollins countered with his signature offense, delivering a vicious Falcon Arrow followed by a knee strike that nearly ended the match early. Every time Cody seemed to gain momentum, Rollins found a way to turn the tide, displaying the resilience and tactical brilliance that have made him one of WWE's most reliable performers. At one point, Rollins hit a devastating frog splash, landing squarely on Cody's ribs, but somehow Cody kicked out at 2. The crowd roared, rallying behind the American Nightmare, chanting his name as he pulled himself up by the ropes. Near falls and close calls. The match grew more brutal as it progressed. Cody attempted a crossroads, only for Rollins to counter into a pedigree attempt, an ironic nod to their shared history with Triple H. Cody wriggled free, narrowly avoiding disaster. Minutes later, Rollins connected with a super kick that staggered Cody, followed by a buckle bomb into the corner that had fans convinced it was over. But Cody refused to quit. Summoning his fighting spirit, he countered another pedigree attempt and finally delivered a thunderous crossroads. The referee's hand slapped the mat for 1-2, but Rollins kicked out at the very last second, sending the arena into shock. The two men were locked in a war of attrition, trading moves and counters that pushed their bodies to the absolute limit. Then came the turning point. Roman Reigns arrives. Just when Rollins seemed poised to finally secure victory, lining up Cody for a curb stomp, the entire atmosphere of the stadium changed. The arena went dark for a split second, and the unmistakable sound of Roman Reigns' theme music thundered through the speakers. The crowd exploded. Fans jumped to their feet in disbelief, holding up phones to capture the moment. The camera panned to the stage, and there he was, Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, walking with that trademark calm intensity, flanked by his imposing presence and aura of dominance. Rollins' expression said it all, pure shock and fury. Cody, lying on the mat, could only watch in disbelief as the man who once denied him the greatest victory of his career now made his return. Chaos ensues. Roman wasted no time. Sliding into the ring, he locked eyes with Rollins, who shouted at him in defiance. In an instant, Roman struck, delivering a thunderous Superman punch that rocked Rollins to his core. The visionary staggered, his legs giving out beneath him. As the referee tried to regain control, Roman followed up with a bone-crushing spear that sent Rollins crashing to the mat. The crowd erupted into chaos, half cheering wildly, half booing in outrage at Roman's interference. With Rollins down and out, Roman turned to Cody. For a tense moment, the two stared at each other, the crowd buzzing with uncertainty. Would Roman attack Cody too? Was this all a trap? But instead, Roman stepped back, almost inviting Cody to seize the opportunity. The American Nightmare, battered but determined, slowly rose to his feet. He glanced at Roman one last time before grabbing Rollins and delivering not one, but 3 consecutive crossroads. The referee counted 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes had defeated Seth Rollins with an assist from the tribal chief himself. The build-up, Cody versus Seth Cody Rhodes, entered Crown Jewel 2025 on a mission. After months of near victories and close calls, he was determined to claim his moment at the top. Seth Rollins, ever the cunning and agile competitor, was equally determined to thwart Cody's ambitions. Their rivalry had escalated over weeks of mind games, backstage confrontations, and high-impact matches that kept fans on the edge of their seats. Every promo cut, every stare-down, and every subtle interference added layers to the story, making this matchup feel not just like a contest of strength, but a battle of wills, strategy, and sheer determination. Aftermath and shockwaves. As the bell rang, Cody collapsed to his knees, overwhelmed by exhaustion and disbelief. Roman stood over the carnage, staring coldly at both men before raising his hand to the sky in his trademark gesture of dominance. Then, without saying a word, he left the ring, his actions speaking louder than any promo could. The WWE Universe was left in stunned silence, unsure of what to make of what had just transpired. Cody, though victorious, seemed just as shocked as the fans. This wasn't how he wanted to win, but at the same time, a win on such a massive stage could not be dismissed. Rollins, meanwhile, was left humiliated, his championship aspirations shattered not by Cody alone, but by the looming shadow of Roman Reigns.